titled The Horse and the Wolf. The forest was quiet that morning. Too quiet. A hush hung in the air like a held breath, and even the birds seemed to pause mid-song, as if they sensed something lurking just beyond the tree line. And they were right. A wolf, gaunt, hungry, and wearing a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes, slipped through the shadows with the silent precision of a practiced hunter. His gaze swept the meadow until it landed on a lone horse grazing peacefully, one hoof lifted slightly, as though tender from an unseen injury. The wolf's smile widened. "Perfect," he whispered. The horse heard the faint rustle and lifted his head. His breath curled in the cold morning air as he watched the wolf approach. Slowly, smoothly, like someone trying not to startle a victim. "Good morning, my friend," the wolf purred, voice dripping with false warmth. "I couldn't help but notice you seem to be favoring that leg. An injury, perhaps? Terrible thing, injuries. Lucky for you." He bowed deeply. "I happen to be a doctor." The horse blinked once, calm, almost uninterested. "A doctor?" he repeated, as if tasting the word. "Oh, yes," the wolf said confidently. "Trained in the healing arts, bones, wounds, sprains. Why, I can fix it all. And you, dear horse, look like you could use my expertise." A beat of silence settled between them. The wind swept across the grass, fluttering the horse's mane. Then, ever so slowly, the horse nodded. "Well, if you truly are a doctor, perhaps you can help me," he said, lowering his voice into something weary, helpless, believable. "It's this leg. The pain is unbearable." The wolf stepped closer, eyes gleaming. "I can see that. Let me examine it." "Of course," the horse said gently. "Come closer. The wound is just here, on the inside. You'll need a better look." The wolf leaned forward, peering intently, eager to inspect what he imagined would be a perfect opportunity to strike. He squinted, narrowing his eyes to find the injury. "No, no," the horse said softly. "Closer. Right there. Put your snout to the spot. A doctor must examine carefully, right?" The wolf obeyed. For a heartbeat, everything went still. The meadow, the forest, even the wind seemed to freeze. Then, wham! The horse's hoof shot up with the force of a hammer striking steel. It connected with the wolf's jaw, snapping his head back and sending him tumbling across the grass in a dizzying somersault of limbs, fur, and shocked yelps. He crashed into a bush with a muffled thud. The horse stood calmly, exhaling through his nostrils. "My dear doctor, perhaps next time, choose a profession you're actually qualified for." The wolf staggered upright, eyes spinning, pride shattered. You tricked me." The horse tilted his head. "You tried to trick me first. I simply returned the favor." For a long moment the wolf could only stare, rage warring with humiliation. But the horse's steady gaze held firm, unapologetic. Predators can sense when they've lost, and the wolf knew, without question, that one more step closer would end with another hoof to the face. So he slunk away, ears flat, tail between his legs, muttering curses about ungrateful patience. The horse returned to grazing as if nothing had happened, the meadow warming again with soft morning light. And those who witnessed the exchange, birds, rabbits, and distant deer alike, learned a quiet, valuable truth. Sometimes wit is sharper than teeth, and the calmest creatures often carry the strongest defenses. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.